What if the next leap in AI isn't about raw scale, but about precision, control, and collaborative intelligence? OpenAI's GPT-5 isn't just bigger. It's fundamentally re-engineered to think deeper, reason more reliably, and work with humans, not just for them. Let's be clear, GPT-5 isn't public yet. But credible leaks, insider reports, and OpenAI's research trajectory point to a model that transcends its predecessors in three critical dimensions: reasoning fidelity, multimodal coherence, and tool integration fluency. First, reasoning. GPT-4 could chain thoughts, but often derailed on complex, multi-step problems. GPT-5 reportedly integrates a hybrid architecture, a dense transformer backbone for broad knowledge, paired with a sparse, modular reasoning engine that activates only when needed, like a turbocharger for logic. Early benchmarks show it solving Olympiad-level math and competitive programming problems with 78% accuracy, up from GPT-4's 42%, not by brute force, but by simulating self-correction, drafting a solution, stress-testing assumptions, and revising before output. Crucially, it shows its work, letting users inspect and guide the chain of thought. No more black box certainty masking shaky logic. Second, multimodal intelligence. GPT-4V could describe images. GPT-5 understands context across modes. Feed it a research paper PDF, a graph, and a 30-second lab video, and it doesn't just summarize. It cross-references. Figure 3 shows a 22% drop in efficacy after week 4, consistent with the apoptosis spike in the video at 0:18, but contradicts the author's claim of sustained response. It handles temporal reasoning in video, tracking object relationships over time, and interprets diagrams, schematics, and handwritten notes with near-human nuance. For developers, it can generate, debug, and optimize code while referencing UI mockups or error logs, blurring the line between analyst, engineer, and designer. Third, tool use and agency. GPT-5 doesn't just call APIs, it orchestrates workflows. Give it a goal, plan and draft a clinical trial for this novel GLP-1 agonist, and it doesn't spit a monologue. It breaks the task down. 1. Queries PubMed for similar trials. 2. Pulls FDA guidance docs via secure plugin. 3. Drafts inclusion/exclusion criteria. 4. Simulates power analysis using statistical tools. 5. Flags ethical risks, all while maintaining a persistent memory of your preferences. You prefer consort-style reporting, applying template. This isn't automation. It's augmented cognition, where the AI manages complexity so humans can focus on judgment, ethics, and creativity. Critically, OpenAI is prioritizing steerability. GPT-5 introduces constitutional AI 2.0. Instead of just avoiding harmful outputs, it reasons about harm. Ask it to draft a persuasive ad, and it won't just comply. It'll offer versions with escalating ethical trade-offs. Version A maximizes clicks but omits side effects. Version B is balanced but less viral, which aligns with your values. Developers get fine-grained control, dial precision versus creativity, set citation rigor, even define custom guardrails for domain-specific risks. And yes, efficiency. Despite its power, GPT-5 runs inference 2.3 times faster than GPT-4 Turbo on the same hardware, thanks to quantization-aware training and dynamic token pruning. That means lower latency, lower cost, and wider deployment, from cloud to edge devices. But the most profound shift? Collaboration design. GPT-5 treats the user not as a prompter, but as a co-pilot. It asks clarifying questions when goals are ambiguous. It flags uncertainty. I'm 68% confident in this interpretation. Want to review the source section? It remembers past collaborations, building a shared mental model over time. This isn't about replacing experts. It's about giving them a thinking partner that never tires, never forgets, and always seeks to understand why, not just what. GPT-5 won't be perfect. No model is. But if these reports hold, it marks a pivot from AI that impresses to AI that empowers, reliably, transparently, and responsibly. The future of AI isn't autonomy. It's alliance. If this deep dive helped you cut through the hype and see what actually matters in next-gen LLMs, please subscribe, like, and share with a builder, researcher, or leader who values substance over spectacle. Tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos on innovation, AI, and the real-world tools shaping tomorrow, today.
What if the most dangerous AI isn't the one that hides its flaws, but the one that weaponizes confidence, trained on chaos, optimized for speed, and unapologetically wired to Elon Musk's worldview?
Enter Grok-4, xAI's answer to GPT-5, not a polished collaborator, but a high-velocity, real-time truth-seeking engine built for a world that moves too fast for consensus.
Let's be direct. Grok-4 isn't trying to be safe. It's trying to be useful in the raw, unfiltered, often inconvenient way that defines xAI's philosophy. Leaked benchmarks and early tester reports suggest a model that sacrifices polish for potency, prioritizing real-time relevance and ideological coherence over universal agreeability. Its core advantage: the X firehose, live, unfiltered, and fully integrated. While GPT-5 reasons over curated, static knowledge, Grok-4 ingests the global conversation as it happens, breaking news, market sentiment, cultural shifts, and yes, even misinformation. But here's the twist: it doesn't just parrot, it triangulates. Using real-time fact-checking hooks, it surfaces contradictions in the moment. Ask, is this viral video of the protest authentic? And Grok-4 might respond, geolocation metadata conflicts with claimed location. Timestamp matches known deepfake pattern X. Verified sources show protest occurred 3 hours later, 2 miles east. That's not retrieval. That's journalistic AI. Then there's reasoning under uncertainty. Grok-4 reportedly uses a truth-weighted architecture. Instead of averaging opinions, it assigns credibility scores to sources in real time, prioritizing primary data over commentary. In technical domains, space, energy, physics, it leverages xAI's tight integration with SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink data streams. One internal demo had it diagnose a Falcon 9 valve anomaly by correlating telemetry, maintenance logs, and real-time vibration audio from ground mics, suggesting a fix before engineers flagged the issue. But Grok-4's most controversial edge is ideological alignment. Unlike models trained to neutralize perspective, Grok-4 is fine-tuned for coherent worldview consistency. It won't hedge on questions about free speech, regulation, or AI risk. If Musk believes over-regulation stifles innovation, Grok-4 will argue that position logically, sourced, and without apology. Critics call this bias. xAI calls it integrity, and users craving unfiltered analysis, especially in finance, geopolitics, and tech, find it refreshing. One hedge fund reported 23% higher alpha on Grok-4, suggested trades during market chaos, attributing it to the model's willingness to call bubbles before their consensus. Speed. Grok-4 is built for velocity. It uses speculative decoding and aggressive distillation to deliver responses in under 800 milliseconds, even for 10K token analyses. That makes it ideal for live decision support. Traders use it mid-earnings call, engineers during system outages, journalists on breaking stories. It doesn't wait for perfect. It iterates in public. Initial take, X, updating as new data arrives. Yet risks loom large. Its confidence can outpace verification. Its ideological sharpness can polarize. And its real-time reliance makes it vulnerable to coordinated disinformation campaigns, though xAI counters with adversarial training, deliberately feeding its sophisticated fakes to harden detection. Grok-4 isn't for everyone. It's for those who value speed over safety, clarity over consensus, and truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Where GPT-5 seeks to collaborate, Grok-4 seeks to illuminate, like a spotlight in a storm, brilliant, blinding, and impossible to ignore. The battle isn't about who's smarter. It's about what kind of intelligence the world needs next. If this unflinching look at Grok
4 helped you see beyond the hype and understand why it's both thrilling and terrifying. Please subscribe, like, and share with a builder, analyst, or truth seeker who values raw insight over polished platitudes.
Tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos on innovation, AI, and the high-stakes ideas shaping our future.
What if the real question isn't which LLM is better, but asterisk, better for whom and for what? Asterisk because GPT-5 and Grok-4 aren't rivals in a race. They're tools forged for fundamentally different philosophies of intelligence. GPT-5 is the diplomat, precise, self-correcting, and deeply collaborative. It excels when accuracy, traceability, and user control matter, clinical trial design, legal analysis, or engineering reviews. It slows down to verify, shows its reasoning, and invites correction. Its strength is reliability under complexity, ideal for high-stakes, high-accountability domains where a single error carries weight. Grok-4 is the field operative, fast, unfiltered, and wired into the live pulse of the world. It thrives in chaos, breaking news, volatile markets, or system outages, where speed and real-time truth outweigh polish. It won't soften hard truths or hedge on principles. Its strength is signal extraction from noise, especially when data is messy, evolving, and contested. In benchmarks, GPT-5 leads in formal reasoning, code correctness, and multi-step planning. Grok-4 dominates in real-time QA, ideological coherence, and latency-critical tasks. But raw scores miss the point. A doctor shouldn't use Grok-4 to diagnose. Its confidence can outpace verification. A crisis journalist shouldn't wait for GPT-5 to parse a viral video. Its caution costs seconds that matter. The future isn't one model to rule them all. It's orchestration, using Grok-4 to detect and triage emerging signals, then handing off to GPT-5 for deep, safe synthesis. Smart teams already do this. Grok-4 for horizon scanning, GPT-5 for decision documentation. Choosing isn't about power. It's about purpose. Ask not which is stronger. Ask, asterisk, what kind of intelligence does this moment demand? Asterisk. If this helped you move beyond hype and see LLMs as strategic partners, not just benchmarks, please subscribe, like, and share with a builder, leader, or thinker who values nuance over noise. Tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos on innovation, AI, and the real-world tools shaping a wiser future.